Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So I came across this interesting debate going on about how to parent your kids and how to get your kids to value money, right? And take a look.
You can raise a child to value $1 without making them struggle for it.
Whatever, use the vocabulary you want to use. Struggle, adversity, whatever, trials and tribulations, whatever you want to use. Long story short, I'm not rolling the red carpet for you. So whatever word you want to use to describe that, whatever. All I'm saying is, as a parent, I'm not rolling the red carpet for you.
So you'll be one of those parents that I went through it, so you got to go through it too. That's not me. And good thing you're not a parent yet. Because that is a horrible way of thinking when it comes to raising children. Your children's gonna grow up to hate your ass. I'm telling you now.
So
children
what?
will grow up and resent you and hate you because you made them struggle unnecessarily.
You grew up with a roof over your head, food in your stomach, clothes in your body.
Children need more than that. Children need more than that. And the reason, and I know you're gonna come at me for yelling, but when it comes to kids, I'm passionate about that because a lot of our parents fucked us up, and I don't think it's fair for us to turn around and give that to our kids. No.
Yeah. Funny enough, or coincidentally, this morning I woke up and after the first 3 slides, there was this video of this, I don't know, I think he's a soccer player or footballer, and he was being asked about if he was going to buy a house for his dad, and he was like, absolutely not.
Will you ever buy your dad a house?
No, I would not buy my dad a house. I can give him everything. I can give him clothes, I can give him traveling tickets, rent things for him, but I will not buy things for him that he doesn't deserve, I never got anything from my dad when I was young, so why would I then buy him a house? I think the world doesn't work like that. But next to that, the normal things I can of course give, I don't mind, but such big things, I think you only need to give things like that to people that deserve it. So maybe something like that I can buy for my mom, but I think she doesn't even want it.
Okay, because you weren't there for them. You made them go through it. You made them suffer for everything because you suffered. Because what kind of mindset do you have to believe that a child that you brought into this world should suffer because you suffered? It doesn't make sense. So now your child grows up and you've made them struggled. They've gone through it. You were supposed to be there for them and your excuse was, oh, this is going to make them tough. You were supposed to give them money. Your excuse was, oh, let him work for it. You were supposed to just listen to him. Your excuse was, oh, tough it up. You are too soft. And now he grows up knowing that his mother was the one listening to him. His mother was the one there for him. His mother was the one who gave him bus fare to go and watch his favorite soccer players because you don't believe that your child should get anything from you. And after he's struggled and he's made it to the top, you expect him to be buying you houses. Why don't you also struggle in your old age? This explains why a lot of men end up in the nursing homes, and some women as well, right? And some women as well because of this very negative, backward mindset. It doesn't make sense that you want your child to struggle. There are ways to teach children how to manage money. Okay, how to value money. They don't necessarily have to struggle. I don't want to make it long. Let's get into some of the responses and I'm going to come back and talk some more. And leave your thoughts about this and opinions about this in the comment section. Thank you.
And I don't think it's fair for us to turn around and give that to our kids. No.
There's so much things to unpack in this video. But the first thing I'm going to say automatically, be careful who you choose to have kids with. The fact that she said your kids will grow up to hate you and he said, so what? Already speaks for itself. You're sitting there listening to bare minimum, clothes on your back, food on the table, roof over your head. Kids need more than that to mentally survive, to physically survive. Kids need more than that to thrive. And this is why there's a lot of broken people in the world. I've heard so many young people have kids and be like, oh, I'm having them young because once they turn 18, that's it. I'm good. I'm good. It doesn't stop when they turn 18. And I don't have to have kids to know that. The love should not stop at 18. The lesson should not stop at 18. The help, it should not stop at 18. Y'all mindsets are so fucking broken and so selfishly made. That's why I said I said I'm not gonna have no kids. I'm 23 years old. I said I'm not gonna have no kids because I know I'm selfish. And me saying I'm selfish about my time. I'm selfish about my paycheck. I'm selfish about my love. And I know right now I only have enough to give to me. So until I'm ready to share it, I'm not gonna have kids because I'm not gonna put my kids in no harm's way. I'm not gonna fuck up my child mentally because I'm selfish right now and I don't want to share anything with them. Because once I have kids, everything I own is going to go to them. Everything I work for is going to be for them. How you build yourself a gated community and lock your children out. So because you had to struggle, Because you didn't grow up with a good parent, you're gonna treat your child the same way? Why have kids then? Just don't have kids, period. And I'm also very passionate about this topic because I've seen people lose patience with their kids. I've seen people choose a man over their kids. I've seen people give their kids up because they had children for all the wrong reasons, because they weren't ready to have kids in the first place. You are raising the next generation of people. Everything starts from home. Everything they learn starts from home. So to have that mindset is so disgusting to me. And I hope a man like that never finds my path, never crosses my path. So help me God.
Those parents that I went through it, so you got to go through it too. That's the kind of parent you're going to be. Not
goddamn right.
Not.
And the sad thing about it is there's a woman out there that is going to lay down and have a child with this man. That's what the problem is. That's the sad part. Y'all are so infatuated with struggle. Struggle love, struggle life, struggle for my children. Why in the world would you want your child to struggle if they don't have to? Because of what you went through. The point is to do better, to be better, so your children don't have to go through the same thing. This whole take is so toxic. Like, you just want your children to go through stuff just because, when you're honestly saying it's a possibility they don't have to go through it, but you're going to make sure that they go through something. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like there's a lot of hurt and anger that is inside of that man. And instead of getting the actual work, instead of getting, the therapy that he needs to fix it, he wants to put that on his children. The children that he don't even have. He's literally saying like, right now, I don't even have kids. But when I have them, I'm going to make sure that they struggle. Are y'all okay? Like, what?
Hey there, how are you? I had to stop eating dinner because I watched this video and I really need to respond to this video. So the young lady in the video is very passionate because her position is that parents need to ensure that their children don't have the same struggle that they did. The young man in the video is basically saying, no, he ain't gonna make life easy for his kids. If he struggle, they're gonna have to struggle too. And guess what? At the end of the day, he's going to find out that he's right. Because this young lady obviously has not read the newspaper in the last couple of weeks and months, where Gen Z are being fired because they don't have the skills, they don't have the experience, and they don't have the gumption, grit, resilience, or anything that they need to be successful in the workforce. And why is it that Gen Z is so ill-prepared to become adults? Because they were left to be children for a really long time. Here's the bottom line. As human beings, we learn through experience. And Gen Z is going to be fine. It's just going to take them longer to be fine. It's going to take them longer to learn the skills that they need to in order to be successful, because they have been made to remain as children for as long as they have. It is okay to want our children to enjoy their childhood. But what we don't understand is that the adversity, the trials, and the tribulations that we went through is what has allowed us to have the level of grit, gumption, and success that we see. So, yes, it was traumatic, but from that trauma, we grew. And the problem is that current generations, millennials, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm part of the problem. Gen Xers and millennials have not found what that balance is between harshness and softness to make our children more effective and more efficient. Gen X, millennials, we've created this. We already knew that our children had to come back and live with us because of the financial situation. We knew this. We knew this was going to happen. And that is going to make them children longer, because most of us were out of our parents' house. By the time we were in our mid-20s, we had our own cars, we had our own credit cards, we had our own apartments, we had our own bills. We were doing everything that we needed to do. Now we have those children coming back home to live with us and wanting to question how they're going to exist in the house, not understanding that, yes, you're an adult, but you're a non-self-sustaining adult. And so things are going to be a little bit different. So I understand that this young lady is very passionate about wanting to make sure that the emotional well-being of young people is taken care of. But what she needs to do is look at the reality of the situation. These young people have often been so coddled that they are not functional adults. They struggle a lot more with anxiety, stress, and depression than did prior generations. Part of that is because by the time they had to figure out how to get over the issues, they didn't have the skills that we had acquired because our parents had basically made us feral and told us to figure it out. I am not saying that the way we were raised was good. I'm simply saying that the way we were raised made us self-sufficient. That is not what we're seeing. Have you read the paper? Gen Zs don't know how to dress to go to work. They lack professionalism. They lack work ethic. It's a problem. So, I understand this young lady's position, but she needs to look at the big picture. Because big picture, not looking good. Not looking good at all.
Child to value $1 without making them struggle for it.
Whatever, use it.
The way that bastard lashed out shows that he can't grapple with the fact that he was indoctrinated by his parents to believe that if I struggled, you have to struggle too. That's the only way you're going to learn the value of $1. If I make you damn near go absolutely insane for it and beat yourself up within an inch of your life over trying to get it, knowing you're never going to get it. You'll be looking at it, but you'll never touch it. That type of anger over what she said, which was you can teach your child to value $1 without having to make them struggle for it. Yes, you can teach someone to value something without beating them over the head with it, without making them struggle for it. Unnecessary struggle causes unnecessary behaviors when going to get money. It causes unnecessary behaviors in relationships, whether it be friendships, relationships, whether the co-workers, romantic relationships, familiar relationships, doesn't matter. That boy cannot fathom the idea to the point where he's so infuriated that she would dare have it in her head to not have a kid struggle in order to get it, because he had to struggle in order to get it, because he had to watch other people struggle in order to get it, because he probably got beaten unnecessarily in order to get it, and feels like he has a right to then make whatever kids his dumbass decides to have if he doesn't unfortunately have them already. And now they're stuck with him as a parent without the decision to, swap. Because unfortunately you can't swap who you have as parents. I wish I could do that. I fucking couldn't. So here we are. That outburst you had right there was completely uncalled for. If you are so angry that someone refuses to torture a child in the process of trying to get them to understand the definition of value, of financial value, something's wrong with you. If you feel that financial stability only comes through struggle so strongly that you're willing to get absolutely infuriated by a stranger, unwilling to do that, actually willing to try to have a kinder approach to somebody who did not choose to be on this godforsaken planet, much less have to be on this godforsaken planet, put in a position to struggle when it's not necessary. Meaning they're probably brought in a world where it might not be the best world, but at least their environment for the most part is peaceful. And you're just going to intentionally disturb their peace that they haven't even been able to define yet, that they haven't even experienced yet. It's like you're giving a kid a negative balance in their account, basically, of peace and serenity and tranquility and understanding and wisdom and knowledge. You're just already putting them in the negative and having the audaciousness to think that that is going to give them value or help them understand the value of the dollar. How is anybody going to understand the value of the dollar when they're already in the negatives of said dollar? You put them in a position to now have to work 10 times harder than they ever actually needed to. At some point, the culture surrounding black people and how we handle children and black people and how they handle other black people, period, is ridiculous.
Damn right.
Not me.
This is what you call a bitch move. Let me explain. Ain't no way in hell you gonna sit here and tell me that because maybe I had to struggle to get what the fuck I got, that my kids gotta go through the same shit. No, what the fuck? I want my kids to be better than me. I want my kids to have it better growing up than I did. Just the same way as my folks wanted to have better for me when I was coming up. Because they didn't have the things they wanted to have. So they made sure that I had it. And I'm a damn sure make sure my kids have it. So anybody that wants to be a parent says, because I had to struggle, you got to struggle? Don't have fucking kids. Just don't have fucking kids.
So here's the thing. Parents who think in a certain way, who think that discipline and violence go hand in hand, parents who think that their child owes something to them and needs to fulfill some form of expectation, parents who think that their child is anything other than a unique individual that needs to be and deserves to be seen that way, aren't good parents. And I'm talking to all of y'all out there who think that you need to hit your child to discipline them, who think that you need your child to struggle the way that you did for them to turn out a certain way. Parents who have no idea what it means to actually be a parent. Because the role of an actual parent is to be a guardian, is to be a teacher, is to be compassionate, understanding, and patient. That's your role. Anything but is just egotism, is just vindictive, is just your own bullshit that you're putting onto your child. And you should be fucking ashamed. And if the only thing that this video makes you do is to be contrary to what I'm saying, that just shows that your own ego is the only driving force in your brain, and that you are incapable of complex thought.
Yeah, I do agree. If this is your mindset, please don't have children. Don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it. There's no need for it. If you don't think you are in the right financial frame to take care of a child, don't have children. There's no need for you to bring a child into this world and make them suffer because you suffered. And if you have money or you have the means to give your children the life that they deserve or an easier life, and you deliberately make them suffer for it, please go and see somebody. I'm sorry. Because whoever raised you, they had issues and they transferred that issue onto you. Alright? You were not supposed to struggle like that. You were not supposed to go through life like that. You are taking that trauma onto your children. You're giving them the same poison that you didn't like. If you were whooped every Sunday because you didn't clean your room, did you like it then? No, you didn't like it. So why are you whipping your son, your daughter? What's the point? If you didn't have clothes for school, you didn't like it because you were exposed to bullying. So please don't let your kids be exposed to bullying, right? Everything that you felt as a child, right? That was negative. That impacted you as a child. Your confidence, your self-esteem, your mindset and everything that you didn't like. That was negative. Your children shouldn't go through it. Because believe it or not, you're helping create their belief systems, okay? And if struggle is part of it, they are going to have scarcity mindset when they grow up. There's a lot of things attached to these things, okay? You went through it, and most of the times you are still struggling. You're still struggling. And the annoying part about it, I'm making reference to the guy who said he won't buy a house for his dad. I just remembered. They are going to come back and blame the parent who was there available for the child. They are going to come back and be like, oh, you brainwashed them against me. No, they didn't. They parented the way they were supposed to while you were busy making excuses for your inadequacies. Okay, you were not being present. You were not being there. You were not being the father that you were meant to be because you were busy stuck on, oh, my kids needs to struggle. And that also makes me believe that most of these parents are jealous of their own children. They envy their own children because they'll be like, oh, you're so lucky you just came here, you have a car. Oh, you're so lucky you just came here, you have this. Back in our time, we used to do this, we used to do that. Yeah, if you struggle, it doesn't mean that I should be. So you should be happy that it's not like that with the next generation, that their lives are a bit more easier. It's not going to toughen them. It's going to leave a lot of scars, traumas, wounds, and you don't bring somebody into this world and make them suffer. But like I said, I may be wrong. Like the doctor is saying, it is going to teach them to be tough and Gen Zs are this and Gen Zs are that. I mean, I don't know about that, but I will never let my kids go through struggle just because I struggled. or because I believe it's going to make them tough. I'm sorry. I just can't think that way. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.